Welcome to my Java tutorials. In this video, I want to explain Java optionals. In this first example, we create some optionals. An optional is a box with empty or has a value inside of it. So what we do here, optional of type integer, the name, number empty, equal to optional empty. What does that mean? We create an optional who's empty. Second, again, optional integer, number present. Now we create an optional of the value 1. We can see that in the result, we have optional empty. Here we print out the optional, not the value, but the optional is empty, true, is present, false. For the second one, this one here, with value, optional present, optional with 1 inside, is empty, false, is present, true. Another possibility is with of nullable. Again, optional of type integer, number nullable empty, optional of nullable value null, so empty. The second possibility, optional type integer, optional of nullable value 1. Again, we go to the result, optional of nullable, empty, is an empty optional. We print out the optional, is empty, true, is present, false. If we put a value here like 1, we print out optional, value 1 is empty, false, is present, true. Another possibility is with a function. We go down and we do here list of numbers. List of numbers, new integer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have here a function, found the number from this list. And here x is the value we want to found. So what we do here, again, optional of type integer, found number, list of numbers, so the list of numbers is 1 to 5, and found 6. What does that mean? Found element empty, the optional is empty because 6 is not inside of the list, is empty, true, is present, false. And the last we do optional integer, found number, same list, 1 to 5, and found 1. So the number 1 gonna be inside of the optional. And indeed, optional found element, present, optional with 1 inside, is empty, false, is present, true. Here you can see the print out from all the possibilities. Second example, we do almost the same, but now optionals of type person. A person, we create record person with ID, first name, last name, password, and age. Again, we have found person and list of persons. Start with the first, optional of type person, optional empty. So we create an empty optional of type person. We can see that in the result here, optional empty is empty, true, is present, false. The second, again, optional of type person, optional of a new person. And we put a new person inside the optional of type person. ID 1, Bill Gates, password 65. The third is of nullable, optional of type person, optional of nullable. We create a null option. So we create an empty option. You see that? Optional, empty, is empty, true, is full, is present, false. Then we create again a nullable, but this time not null, but we put a new person inside the optional of type person. Same like before, one Bill Gates password. Go up, optional of the person is empty, false, is present, true. And then the last, again, optional of type person, found person. So here we have list of person, stream, filter. We look for the person with the first name. Here, empty first name. Empty first name don't exist, so we're going to create an empty optional. And indeed, optional empty is empty, true, is present, false. And the last, optional of type person, found person from the list of person with the first name Bill. So we're going inside, here we have that. So we return this person in this function. Found person, always create an optional. We go to the result. The last, optional. The person Bill Gates is inside the optional, is empty, false, is present, true. The next example, I want to show you some methods from optional. We start with optional integer, empty, optional empty, or you can use optional of nullable with null inside. First, we print out the optional. You can see that here, optional empty. Then is present, number empty is present, false, is empty, here, true, or return an optional of with value 0. You see that here. Or else, here we don't return an optional, but directly the value of 0. You see that here. You also have number empty get, but if you do that on an empty, you get an error. I can show you that. You comment out. Save it. And run. See, we have an error on line 15 here. And we do comment. We can also do number empty or else throw. So that's also throw an error. I can do that. Comment out. Save it. Run. See, we have an error, but now on line 16 here. Number empty or else throw is better than get. Again, comment. Next is if present. We do a lambda expression, present, and we print out if present, present. Gonna save it, and run it again, so we can see if present, but it's empty, so it's not present, do nothing. And the last, if present or else. The first is what returned if present. The second is returned if nothing is present, if empty. So normally we have optional is empty, and we can see that optional is empty. In the next example, we put a value in the optional. Optional type integer, optional of value 1. You can also use optional of nullable 1. First, we print out the optional. You can see that here. Optional with 1 inside. is present, true, is empty, false, or if the value is not present, we give it 1, but now we have a value, or is an optional of 1. You see here we have optional, or else is not optional, but the value. So if or else is empty, we give null. If or else have a value, like now, we put the value. You see that here, or else 1. Now also get works. Get 1. Number present or else throw. We have a value, so we don't throw an error. Or else 1. If present, we print it out. So we have a value, we print it out. If present, 1. And then if present or else, if empty, we print optional is empty. If we have a value, we print this one. If present or else with the number. And you see here, we have the number. The next example, we do the same like before, but now we do optional with person. Person is the type from the optional. That's why we create a record of person with ID, first name, last name, password, and age. In this first example with person, the optional is empty. You can do that also optional of nullable with null inside. We print out the optional, see here, optional empty. We print out is present, false, is empty, true, or because the optional is empty, we give this person to the optional. See ID 0, first name empty, last name empty, password empty, and age 0. You see that here, we print it out. Or else is the same like or, except or put an optional inside, or else give the person. You see that here, or we print out the optional, or else we print out directly the object. Get and or else throw give us an error like before. We don't use that. If present, we print out if present. We don't see that because it is not present. The optional is empty. If present or else. If we have a value, we print if present or else and the number, or optional is empty. And this time we do optional is empty. The next example, we do the same like before, but now we put a person inside the optional and not empty. We print out optional, here, optional, and the person inside, ID 1, Bill Gates, password 65. Is person present? Of course, true. If empty, false, or if empty, we put a new person with ID 0, but we have a person, so we do the optional of the person. Or else, give us the value from the person inside the optional. Now we have a value inside, we can do get, and we can do or else throw. See that here, get, give us a value, or else throw, give us also the value. If present, also working now because we have a value. If present, we have the value inside the optional. And if present or else, now the optional is not empty, but we do if present or else and print out the value. In the last example, we create some code with Java, not optional. What we do, we have here a method myRandomString. We create a random, if a random boolean, If true, we return my Java tutorial. If false, we return null. So what we do, we create a string from my random string. We have to look if my string is not null, because if we don't do that, we have an error. If not null, we print out the string and the length of the string. If the string is null, we print no text. We run that. See, now we have my Java tutorials length 18. We run it again. We have the same, and sometimes we have no text because it's random. You never know up front. Stop that. We go to the optional from the same code. We run it. Here we create with a boolean text, but this time we do optional of type string, and we return optional of nullable by Java tutorials. Or if the random boolean is false, we return optional empty. Here we read the string and we do my optional if present or else. If present, we print out the string and the length of the string. If not or else, we return no text. The first run is no text. The second run is the text. My Java tutorial length 18. We run it again. Again we have the text. And fourth time we have no text. This was it for today. All the code from this video you can find on my GitHub account. The link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thank you very much and see you later. Thank you.